Hello and welcome back to Kirby Superstar Ultra, and because the arena doesn't really need the bottom of the screen, I just decided not to include it. And for simplicity's sake of movement or attack types, I went with Hammer and got... Normally I'd say unlucky, but with this case it was actually really lucky to start off with the core for Nova, because it allowed me to stop worrying about it for the rest of the run. This took me like 10-15 attempts, but I'm only showing the successful attempt here. But thanks to the hammer up attack, I can do rather insane damage. Now, this does put me at a distinct advantage against the majority of bosses, but it does not mean I have a free win. Because, unlike in more modern Kirby games, Hammer does not have a down attack that gives you still iframes. The only iframes you can even get are from the side attack, which is my main attack, because all the other attacks that aren't the up attack just put you in too much of a end lag in order to actually be of use. And I actually kind of think it might be feasible to imagine that they made Hammer so extraordinarily powerful comparatively to any other abilities. Because at first I was using Beam because it had a quick charged attack that did decent damage, but it just couldn't keep up with some of the faster paced bosses. Again, I see King DD as a free win, especially with Hammer, since, well, there's nothing stopping me from just pummeling him into the dirt. And then main cannon 2. Now keep in mind, this is a 19 boss rush, and I got this as my 7th boss, I think. But yeah, once you take care of that bottom cannon, you actually don't really have to worry about nearly as much. So easily moved on to the next one, which is Bandana Waddle Dee, which I just use for a punching bag, as well as to get lower so I can get more value out of a Max M tomato. But yeah, he's not actually very dangerous if you don't let him be. Now, I actually used the strat of spawn friend, grab sword, toss sword, lose friend, suck friend, and then just side attack. Because for whatever reason, Meta Knight cannot handle side B for Hammer. Now, I did kind of get greedy trying to get that last attack in. Moving on quickly to the first boss rush. By that I mean this is called mid-boss rush 1. Not that it's the first mini-bosses. And then Dynablade, which takes 3 up attacks in order to kill. You can usually get 2 off fairly safely if you don't stand under it. Which I don't know why, but I could not find the safe distance. Yeah, I was trying to see if I could convince the Poppy Bros to jump into it. But from here, mid-boss Rush 2 is trivial. The only one who even gave me slight issues was the wrestle or suplex guy, because you don't get as many invincibility frames if you collect your power-up immediately. So I ended up getting tossed a couple times. But that just left me to collect my max M with only 6 left, I think it was. But Krakow stood no chance. On to Computer Virus, which is the name of this mini-boss rush. A single hammer flip kills the wizard. 2 nearly kills the samurai, or evil knight. And then I actually got fairly lucky because I didn't actually have to dodge. And then a single attack with my hammer does the trick. Can easily get 2 off, leaving it at 90 HP, which is, or would be, 1 to 2 hammer flips, but because it petrified itself, it gained a lot of extra defense. Once that goes down, it just falls to a hammer flip like the rest. Now, I have no idea, but this was one of the bosses I struggled on until I remembered I have the hammer spin. And then I no-hit it immediately. Yeah, I immediately got too close to the core, but I got a hit off, so I wasn't too upset. It's basically a waiting game on this one, because you can just float and almost nothing will hit you. Now here I thought the bottom would work because straight line, but it just barely missed. But luckily I got an immediate one after that just kills. And then I didn't have a reason to take a max M despite only having 2 left. Not that it really mattered since it literally places itself inside of my attack range, leaving me with only marks, which unfortunately marks never got into hammer flip range, so despite me trying to hit them with it, I just sat there looking like an idiot. And then immediately tried to dodge to the side on the cutter attack. The tick damage on the hammer flip is what hit marks, meaning instead of doing massive damage, I did not so much. So I decided, oh, is that one the hammer flip? I don't know which one's the hammer flip. I'm going with the flaming hammer as the hammer flip. Got her! Black hole. And this is going to be the end of the video as soon as I jump behind him and smash his back in. So if you enjoyed it, like the video. If you enjoy most of the content on my channel, subscribe. And above all else, just have a good day.